Hey guys, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Just give me a second. Frostbite, how are you? Welcome to stream. King Crab, nice to see you, man. Gonna pin this message right here, which is the Discord link. How are you doing, guys? Hello, Darius. Trout Lover, nice to see you. Brian, welcome to stream. Hunt to Life 1, welcome to stream. How are you doing? Okay guys, we're gonna go to multiplayer. And we're gonna continue looking for our first diamond black caiman, as well as for all the rares we are missing. We are missing all the rares for the diamond spectacle bears. Those are some I really want. So let's go to, let's say, Bones server right here. 6:42 in the morning. Hey Speedrun, how are you? Thrill of the Hunt, nice to see you. Hey Mar, thank you for joining us today. Thomas Greenberg, how are you? Okay, so this is basically a fresh map, Bones is saying. And, well, we have the entire left side of the map to check. They are barely any zones. Yeah, barely any zones, that's perfect. Well, there are some right here, but, for example, this lake right here is unchecked. We're gonna go check it for a spectacle bear. That'll be fun. Hey Dakan, how are you doing? Give me a second. Got a really cool multi-mod yesterday. Leucistic Caiman plus Bible Capybara. I'm jealous of that, damn. Leucistic Caiman plus Bible Capybara, that's crazy. Hey Sergio, how are you? How are you doing today? Got a diamond vicuña today, such a nice trophy. That is a very nice trophy. Give me a second guys, I'm also gonna change the sub goal because we currently have 31,117 subscribers. And the new goal will be 31,130 subscribers. Just gonna change it right here. There we go. Man, this lake is far. Then Bafun. Got a diamond vicuña today, such a nice trophy. That is a very cool diamond, congratulations. Hey Jet, welcome to stream, how are you? Starting up a dark grind and I got like 3 rares in 30 kills. Not too bad, very good start. Gonna answer to the guys here on the session. Hey Aikai, I'm doing very good. Welcome to stream, how are you? Strorin, nice to see you brother. Thank you for joining us. Mike, thank you for joining us. I hope you get to enjoy the stream. We're gonna be hunting mainly black caimans and spectacle bears today. What language you speak? My main language is Spanish. Jet. Yeah, I speak Spanish, so you'll notice the accent. I also got an albino vicuña, diamond vicuña, and diamond puma in 1 hour today. This map is a trophy generator, right, Taken? Yeah, this map produces a lot of trophies. I already lost count of how many trophies I've gotten on this map, but man, probably more than 20 at this point. Got an albino caiman during my jaguar grind. That's sick, Sergio. Man, I'm jealous. I really want an albino caiman, and a leucistic as well. I've got 11 trophies on Peru already. That's amazing. Man, that's a lot of trophies. Which one is your favorite? Hey Flobowski, how are you doing brother? Nice to see you. By the way guys, if we happen to come across a big diamond, we are also gonna submit it for the current competition that we're currently doing on my Discord server, which is a competition for the biggest black caiman, biggest biggest capybara, tapir, ocelot, spectacled bear, vicuña, taruca, and jaguar you can possibly get. Combined score. I believe the competition ends today, so if you wanna join it, you are still gonna have a few hours to make some submissions, and just make sure to go to my Discord server. Hold up, some tarucas, just some females. Man, the competition has been doing fantastic. I think it has close to 50 participants already. Hey Andrew, how are you doing? Or an albino vicuña, an etheristic red spectacled bear today. Man, I'm jealous. The etheristic red spectacled bear is a sick looking rare. Can't believe it. Hello Elfriki. How are you doing? Nice to see you. We are just starting, so we haven't killed anything just yet. We are about to check this lake right here. What is my favorite map? My favorite map is Revontuli Coast. Yeah, Revontuli Coast. Then I would say Sundar Patan. And then Emerald Coast. Those are my 3 favorite maps. Well, I would actually place Peru above Sundar Patan, so Peru would be my 2nd favorite map. Also 3 Cayman Diamonds. Man, that's amazing. I haven't been able to get even one, so I'm jealous. Yeah, you can shoot a lot of species while grinding for the jaguars, that's right. Hey Mr. Warhawk, how are you? Can you tell the tarucas nicely to give me diamond? Tarucas, please. Give Frostbite a diamond. I'm begging you. That's why my diamond rate was so bad. Yeah, I can understand, Brian. Am I on 21st? Damn. I thought I was lower, Andrew. Not gonna lie. Because I've submitted only like 4 species. But damn, this competition has been very, very disputed. Hey Callahan, welcome to the stream. Bro, what grade 1 should I grind besides red deer? I think you should go for the grade 1 roe deer. Callahan. Yeah, go for the roe deer on Cuatro Colinas. It is a very simple grind. Super fun. Also found a piebald ocelot this morning. Man, that's a sick looking rare, Storian. Congratulations. I've seen the piebald ocelots and they look really unique. I love the patterns. Some vicuñas. That is a 212 top estimate. Nothing remarkable. Ooh, level 5, damn. Alright guys, level 5 vicuña on the first lake we visit on this session. 218 top estimate. Alright. Not too bad. Fantastic start to the hunt, guys, with already potential diamond. We could get trolled, but I wanna think he'll make it. We'll see. Can you tell the jaguars to give me grade 1 600 kills in? Man, it's been a long grind, because the majority of the grade 1s I've seen posted have been killed sub 500 kills. But no way, guys, level 5 vicuña already. Are vicuña the new easiest diamond? Maybe? Dakan? Certainly the easiest diamond here in Peru. They are quite simple to find. Yeah, crazy start. Guys, I think it is the 2nd stream on which we find a level 5 vicuña on the first lake we visit. Because also I think it was like 3 streams ago we found another level 5 on literally the first lake I checked. But that one ended up trolling. So let's see. This one is 130 meters away. Look, we're gonna get to less than 100 and I'm gonna try to drop it using the Frost 257 but with iron sights. That'll be fun. You are getting a lot of trophies during stream, right Sergio? Yeah, we've been getting very, very lucky playing multiplayer. Because these guys aren't even on our single player map. I wanna go back to single player, but man, I've already checked the majority of the lakes for every species, so there's probably not a lot. Hello Abby Hearn. I did a mission on Peru and ended up getting 2 of the Scar Jaguars is that rare. So you got the Scar Jaguar twice. That's interesting. You know, maybe a bug. I wasn't, you know, I didn't know it was possible. But maybe it was a bug. Or not sure if you can actually kill 2 as part of the missions. This guy is alert, okay. Can we reach a double long here? We should. I think that was a good shot. Perfect. Not gonna lie, for a second I thought we botched it, guys. But now the question is, will this Vicuña be a diamond? You know, my current submission for the competition was a 214.25, I believe. So, we need something bigger than that. If it scores like 216, 217, man, that would be perfect. Let's see, no in-game Oreo. Okay, that's an issue. Now the in-game Oreo should appear, guys. Look. Yeah, I just needed to change a setting right there. Always happens at the beginning of the stream. But now you should be able to hear it. Okay. Let's see the score of this Vicuña, guys. Could be diamond, could be troll. I wanna think he'll make it, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too much. 213.98. Oh boy. He's a troll. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We ended up getting trolled, guys, just as that time. Yeah, it went exactly the same way as it went during that live stream, where we also find a level 5 Vicuña on the first lake. But just as with that Vicuña, this one is also a troll. That's unfortunate. That really, really sucks. Bro. Toxic Anubis, welcome to stream. You arrived just in time to see a beautiful troll. Absolutely amazing. Okay, guys. We can go to a coast right now, just try to find some caimans. We're gonna go check this area right here. Should be decent. Hey William, how are you? Nice to see you. You arrived just in time to see troll, I see. Man, come on. I was excited to get a diamond, but that was very, very unfortunate. So now it's time to go for some caimans. Wanna place a waypoint. And let's hope we finally manage to find a level 9. That is the goal today. Where was I born? I was born in Guadalajara, Mexico. Hunt to live, I mean. Yeah, Guadalajara, Mexico. So I'm Mexican. Some capybaras right here. Nice to hear, William. Nice to hear you just got back from work. Hopefully you have a chill evening. This is a milk, but not big. Capybaras over there. They are just chilling. Lots of level 6 incoming. Yeah, you are so right, King Crab. Bro, they are all tiny. Bro, what time should I run the coast for capybaras? I'm gonna grind them before I grind jaguars. You should run the coast in the morning, William. Because, for example, they feed from 4 to 7 and from 7 to 10 in the morning. So you can run the coast around 6 and finish at 10. You'll have plenty of time to find them all. Hey Prayer, how are you doing? Lethal, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream, guys. Great one tar, you found a great one tar. That's insane. What fur type did you get? Level 5 capybara right here, maybe? Hold up, there's something. There's a caiman. Right there, just a female. Tiny little female. Come here, buddy. Come on. That was not a neck shot still. Damn, he's still gonna die, but not our best accuracy. Anthony, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Just got a level 4 capybara male. Can they make diamond? The male capybaras cannot make diamond. Yeah, male capybaras cannot make diamond, only the females. Same for the tapirs. Silent Toxins, welcome to the stream. The second rare Grison I found was a troll level 5, but I did find another max estimate track. Oh, that is cool. Hopefully the second max estimate will also be level 5, and hopefully this one makes it. That would be incredibly lucky though. Great fur type. Nice. That is a beautiful fur type for the Great One Tar. Maybe my favorite. Imper Gaming, welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Is there any chance you could upload all your multiplayer routes to your Discord? I love those for reference. Yeah, I used to make that kind of maps, showing the routes I do on multiplayer, especially for the Revontuli Coast videos in the past. So, I could make a channel for those, but I would have to remake them. Because, yeah, I was using a different program back then and they don't look great. Amma, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Nice to hear you are doing good, Anthony. You are about to hop on the game? Hopefully you find something good. What do you plan on hunting today? Hold up a second, some caimans. Hey Andrew, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Means a lot. Thank you so much for the support. And I'm very glad you like the hotspot maps. Makes me very happy to hear you find them useful. Thank you very much, brother. I hear the caiman over here. That is just a female river poppy. Send them to sleep. Papa Swanson, nice to see you, brother. Welcome to the stream. How's the hunt? We're just getting started right here. Just hunting some caimans. Because the only diamond we're missing here in Peru is the diamond caiman. Black caiman. I'm happy to hear the hotspots have helped you, Thomas. It is motivating. Today my jaguar grind gave me diamond mela and a diamond mela charcoal. That's amazing, Amma. Congratulations. And you also found a piebald tapir. I'm jealous of that. Yeah, I really want a piebald tapir, so I'm very jealous. Congratulations. Glad to hear you find the maps useful as well. Imper Gaming. It's always a pleasure to make them for you guys. Still grinding those jaguars on the coast. 80 kills in so far. Nice. Making some progress, Anthony. I've grinded some jaguars as well. I think I have something like, 50, 60 kills so far? So, our Great One could spawn at any moment, because for a lot of people it's been spawning very quickly. Still Wixon, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, brother. How are you? What do you think is the most overrated and underrated map on Call of the Wild? The most underrated map, in my opinion, is Revontuli Coast. Revontuli Coast is my favorite, but unfortunately not a lot of people consider it as good as I do. So to me that is the most underrated. And overrated? Man. A lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but Silverish Peaks is, in my opinion, quite overrated at the moment. That is a level 5 right here, just a common. Come on, not in next shot, are you kidding me? Man, we need to improve our accuracy today. Hold up. A female, another female. Not a next shot. Damn, our aim is blocked. King Crab, overrated Scotland, and underrated New England Mountains. So guys, now it's time for you to let me know. What map do you think is the most overrated, and which map do you think is the most underrated? In your opinion. I want a rare Mela Cayman so bad. I already have 2 diamonds, but rare luck isn't good. I haven't seen a single Mela Cayman posted so far, Storian. Not even sure if they exist. I assume they do, but it's funny that I haven't seen a single one posted. Revontool is my second favorite, losing only to Medved. Nice, Ama. You know, it's always great to see people that enjoy hunting Medved Taiga. I think it is a really fun map. Just needs a couple extra species to be even better, in my opinion. Revontool is easily top 3 for me. Yeah, Revontool Coast is a really, really good reserve. So many birds, so many beautiful species. There is a level 7, okay. Revontool needs to be the model for other maps like Mississippi and Parque. Turn those into waterfall heavy maps. Yeah, Revontool Coast really became popular because of the amount of waterfall and upland fall it has. So a lot of maps could definitely take it as an example. Like for example, New England Mountains. New England Mountains could have perfectly been similar to Revontool. It could have included at least 5 new birds. And look at what I did. Overrated is Emerald Coast, underrated is definitely Medved. That is very far. They're very fair, Ama. Overrated is Sundar Patan, and underrated is ASCII. You know, I actually agree ASCII Rich is underrated. And, you know, Sundar Patan, yeah, a lot of people say it is overrated. I don't agree with it, but I understand why people say it is overrated because, you know, a huge portion of the map is very difficult to hunt. Around the middle. Underrated Mississippi, overrated is probably Layton. Layton Lake, man, I'm so nostalgic whenever I hear about that map. But yeah, it's lacking stuff. Whoever places it on, you know, on the top 3, yeah, I would say it's definitely overrating it. But it's mainly due to nostalgia. SRP is ultra overrated. Yeah, to me it's overrated. You know, like if I made a tier list about all the maps, I would place SRP on the 8th place. Hey Alfriki, thank you very much for becoming part of the Pro Clan. Thank you for the support, brother. By the way, you speak Spanish, right? It's nice to see Spanish speaking people here. Hold up a second. This guy is a level 6. Too late. Underrated Hirschfelden, it improved so much after the backfill. Mike, you are so right. I haven't played Hirschfelden in a while. You know, I think the last time I played Hirschfelden was for a 7-day challenge, but I love that map, it's so good. You little Cayman, you are dead. I'm the best kitty. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. ASCII Rich is overrated. Why do you say so? You know, ASCII Rich, the thing that I don't like as much about ASCII Rich is the fact that, you know, a lot of the species are similar to what we already have. Like the bison is, of course, similar to the other bison. Same animations. They look very cool though. But then you have, you know, the moose, you know, the whitetail, pronghorn, you know, lots of repeated species. Then you have the woodland caribou, exactly the same as the grand caribou, just slightly different. But apart from that, I think it's a beautiful map. Could have been better though. You drop in a tier list? I wanna make another tier list video. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna make it soon, because my next video will be a 7-day challenge here on Peru. But yeah, I wanna make another tier list and absolutely destroy New England mountains. That is the only reason why I made a tier list, guys, at this point. Just to hate, to bash New England mountains. Every tier list I make is another opportunity to express my hate for that map. Even though I don't really hate it. I just like to make it seem like I hate it. Just got an albino tapir from a respawn doing a jaguar grind. Nice. Albino tapir from a respawn. That's amazing. Congrats. I hate Leighton. I can't hunt it. I cannot hunt it. I understand. Look. Leighton is not exactly friendly. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Nice to see you, Luck. Stash Bashi, nice to see you, brother. How are you doing? Albino tapir is a crazy trophy, right? Yeah, albino tapir is very, very nice. Slackmaster, nice to see you, brother. Thank you for joining us. What is my dream trophy? My dream trophy? That is a good question. But I would say a hybrid hazel grouse on Revontuli Coast. That is probably my most wanted rare on the entire game. I really, really want one of those, but man, they are nearly impossible to obtain. I think their spawn rate is something like 1 in 10,000, something like that. They are very rare. From Monterrey, nice, El Freaky. So you're also Mexican. That is nice to see. Really try to like New England mountains, but I can't. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I understand why some people like it though. It's a beautiful map. The scenery is beautiful. Sounds good. Going Crown. Are you considering Peru as a top map like Revontuli? Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm gonna give you my top 3 maps once again. Revontuli Coast is my first one. That is my favorite, no doubt. Peru would be a second right now. As of right now. I may like it more in the future, may like it less. But as of right now, especially since it is new, it's currently my second favorite. And then it would be Sundarbatan. Those are my top 3. Mississippi is so underrated. I mean, it's hard to agree with that, King Crab. Because I would only place Mississippi above New England mountains. But that's my opinion, of course. Hey AJ, welcome to the stream, how are you doing? Do you know anyone else? Do you know the feed zones for jaguars? Feed zones for jaguars. Well, if the jaguars are present mainly around the coast and around the Middle River, then their feed zones would be close to those spots. Yeah, you'll have to, of course, go into the jungle, but those are the places where you can expect to find their feed zones. Close to the places where they can drink. Look at this guy. That was a nice neck shot. Hold up, there are more? Where is that one? There is a female. And there's another river poppy. Another neck shot. Finally some accuracy. Did you like the Peru missions when they course in Spanish? Oh, I haven't done the missions. Yeah, I haven't done the missions, but I'm looking forward to that. That's probably funny. Coursing in Spanish during the missions, that's crazy. Mississippi is just alligators. Yeah, gators and Bob Whitequail. Because Bob Whitequail is the thing I really like hunting there, you know? That was another neck shot. Perfect. Oh, you're asking about the feed time for the Jaguars, AG. Yeah, sorry about that. What is the feed time for the Jaguars? That's a good question. I'm not sure about it. You know, someone else in the comments may know. But right now, I don't remember exactly what is the feed time for the Jaguars. Overrated, ASCII Rich, underrated, Rancho del Arroyo. You know, Rancho is actually quite underrated. It's a fun map to hunt. You know, lots of open areas, some cool species. Yeah, I think Rancho deserves more love. I only need a diamond tapir, then I'll have all 8 diamonds for you'll have all 8 competition diamonds. Nice. That is amazing, Stash Bashi. I assume iSpartan is still on the first place at the moment. I don't even know which one sounds worse, Grab. The heat or the hurricanes? I mean, to me, hurricane sounds even worse. 19 to 21, that is the feed time for the Jaguars. Thank you very much for sharing. Welcome to the stream, by the way. ASCII is underrated. Yeah, like in my opinion, ASCII Rich is definitely more underrated than overrated. Hold up a second. Nice level 5. Still no signs of any big ones. The thing with these caimans is, before finding even a level 8, you are probably gonna have to spot like 100 level 5s and level 6. Perfect hit. Rancho needs Cows Deer. Yeah, Rancho del Arroyo could have had Cows Deer instead of Whitetail. It would be so cool if we, you know, if we had subspecies for the Whitetail and the Mule Deer. No, for the Blacktail, I mean. Yeah, because we could have Sitka Deer as well. We could have Cows Deer. Which one is the other? They actually have 3 different feed times, the Jaguars. Nice, Ama. Yeah, I don't remember any of them. But it is useful for the feeders. Hater, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us, I'm doing very good. Just hunting some black caimans at the moment. Looking for a diamond. Been too busy to submit for the competition, but I need to get back on it. Sounds perfecto, Imper Gaming. It concludes today, by the way. Concludes tonight. I spotted like 200 Tarukas and only 2 level 3s. And they both trolled. Are you kidding me? Frostbite, that's some 4 trade. 2 troll level 3 Tarukas. Tell me about being unlucky. Sounds good, Stashbashi. How many kills are you into the Jaguar grind if you are grinding them? Hold up a second, there's another caiman right here. I assume it's the female that we just found the track of. Yeah, it is. But there's a second, I heard the call. Hopefully male. Right there, just a female once again. Bro. What is that? Another female? Not a neck shot? Our aim is terrible. Hold up, is the competition gonna conclude tonight or is it on the 25th? On the 25th, I mean. Yeah, because I remember it was supposed to conclude tonight. You know, Wednesday. But maybe it was actually Friday. Thank you, Frostbite. We are gonna need a lot of luck. Nothing so far, hater. Well, no, never mind. We actually found a level 5 Vicuña very early into the stream. And, of course, it ended up trolling us. Yeah, it was a very painful troll because it was on the first lake we checked. Which was unbelievable. I see, Stashbashi. You are currently setting up for them. Wish you luck. Whenever people say species is the easiest diamond, I never seem to get it. I only got a diamond mallard last month, and I've been playing for 5 years. So, the only diamond you have so far is a diamond mallard? Yeah, because there are definitely some diamonds that are easier than others, and the vicuña is one of them. But of course, that doesn't guarantee that you'll have it in your map, you know? Nice, next shot. What type of map, scenario, or location would you want for the next release? That's a good question, you know. I want another map on Asia. You know, like there are many locations on Asia where we could have an amazing reserve. But also something, you know, like Romania could be nice. Especially for a December map. Because December maps typically have less new species than the summer ones. So it's probably gonna be a place with a lot of repeated species. Romania would be one of those places, and the scenery there is beautiful. So yeah, it could be something like Romania, similar to Hirschfelden in a way, but with a lot of mountains. That could be a very cool map for a December release. Last night my Jaguar grind ended at 244 kills, got the fabled porcelain. Nice, Torian. Congratulations on the great one. That's amazing. Some capybaras right there. Little river beavers, jungle beavers. More snowy maps, right, Ama? Can you imagine getting an Arctic map? You know, something with polar bears, walruses, seals, Arctic wolves, Arctic foxes, tall sheep. That would be very, very cool. Oh, and of course the muskox. That is another species. I would love a map like Kazakhstan. What kind of species can you hunt on Kazakhstan? I imagine, you know, a lot of ibex. Ibex sheep. That could be very cool. How are people getting it under 500? Thomas, you know, the Great One Jaguar, from what we've seen so far, yeah, apparently responds quicker than the rest of the Great Ones. It typically spawns in less kills than the rest of the Great Ones, but of course, killing Jaguars is very difficult. So the grind is gonna be just as long on average, possibly. There's a male caiman over here. Come on, run this way, yeah. But that is a female. You are not the one I want. Let me check the track. Not max estimate, so let's forget about it. Arcali, Gazelles, Palascat. Oh, that sounds very interesting. Yeah, the Arcali is like a sheep, right? Yeah, I've seen him. Very nice horns. Can it spawn for me? I'm gonna send you some luck, Thomas. You are gonna need it. Hopefully it'll spawn quickly. Mission Cape, how are you doing, brother? Thank you for joining us. Hey, K-Flow. Nice to see you, brother. How are you? I'm well over 60-70 kills into Jaguars and still no level 9 or a rare. Still no level 9 or a rare. Damn. That is unfortunate. You know, I bet you're gonna spawn something very soon. Do you plan to do her management? Have you got any trophies? Not today, Mission Cape. You know, we started like half an hour ago, but we found a level 5 vicuña on literally the first lake I checked, and unfortunately it ended up trolling. That's the only thing I found so far. Another caiman. What is that? That is just a common. Nice neck shot. There's also, I think that is also a female. Yeah. Nice neck shot. Another female. Bro, not a neck shot on that one. Hey Jacob. Thank you for joining us today. How are you? Swans for Warfall. Ooh, swans would be so cool. Yeah, imagine all the plumages we'll be able to get for the swans. That would be exciting. Anyone got any ideas on what I should take my grade 1 tar with? I think you should use a compound bow. You know, something like the Hawkage, I think it is called. Yeah, I think you should use a bow for your tar. Never a bad idea. There's a level 7 tapir right there. Let's kill him. For anyone that asks, I know 2 of the feed times. Midnight to 3 and 3 to 6 for the jaguar. That is useful. AG, thank you for sharing. Nice to hear, Jacob. Good to hear you are doing good. Use the new crossbow. Oh yeah, if you can use the new crossbow on the grade 1 tar, that would be very, very cool. Liam, how are you doing? You missed a troll picuña. Yeah, it was a level 5 on the first lake we went to, and it ended up trolling by just 2 decimals. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Pyrewall Cayman was sick. Just a brown tapir. You know, there's one rare for the tapirs that is called leucistic, and it is hard to distinguish it from the browns. The color is very similar. I think by initial spawn I killed a male leucistic jaguar and a pseudo-melanistic female. Oh, you killed those 2 as initial spawns, Elfriki? That is amazing. I think I also had an initial spawn, what was it? Mela charcoal, level 9. But it sucks that they are just uncommons because they look amazing. Waterson, happy to see you, brother. How are you? Hey Caleb. 260 kills into my second fallow deer grind after I botched my first. Damn, you botched your first grade 1. Well, I'm very, very sure you'll get your redemption very, very soon. Make sure to make a good shot this time. For herd management, we need to leave 6 and lower, right? That's right. Yeah, if you wanna herd manage the jaguars, leave the level 6s and lower. That sounds like a good idea, K-Flo. Yeah, you know, I think the way to go is to stick to the drink zones, but of course play some feeders as a complement. Just to help. Alright, this part of the coast has absolutely 0 zones, so I'm hoping we'll manage to find something here, guys. Just started my mule deer grind 2 days ago. So far 6 diamonds, 4 trolls and 2 rares. Going pretty good. Yeah, those are some very good numbers. Where are you grinding them? I saw an etheristic tapir in a video. Couldn't tell the difference from a regular brown. Oh, I think it's actually the etheristic, yeah. Yeah, the etheristic is the one that looks very similar to a browns. It's like sort of orange. Got my bottom part of the map almost all herd managed, a bunch of level 6 and 1 level 5. Doing great, Ama. I'm pretty sure that hair management will make the difference. I know that Oscar is a level 5 female, but can females normally get to level 5? I don't think they can normally get to level 5 outside the missions. I haven't seen a single one. Maybe they can though. Just a female. Nice neck shot. Not too bad. What is the worst rare for you, bro? The worst rare overall, Sergio? Because if you are talking only about the rares here in Peru, for example, the Etheristic Tapir is really mediocre. Looks very similar to the commons. Man, that is a difficult question. The no markings bear, also quite similar to the commons. So that's also one of the worst ones, although I still really want it, you know? But if you talk about rares in general, taking into consideration every single of the maps, man, the Etheristic Willow Ptarmigan, I hate those things. Why did they have to include the Etheristic Willow Ptarmigan and remove the Red Willow Ptarmigan? You know, it's not like it's a terrible looking rare or anything, it's just the fact that adding it caused my favorite rare to be removed from the game. Like, they removed my favorite rare from the game to add the Etheristic Willow Ptarmigan. That's why I think it is the worst one. No big capybaras right here. Hater, I don't think she's grinding the Jaguars. Yeah, whenever she plays, she looks for diamonds and rares mostly. Hey Marcel, how are you doing? I'm doing very good. Nice to see you. Hold up, there's a Cayman right here, level 5, okay. He's gone. He was just a common. But there's also a female. Nice neck shot. Getting a diamond every 20-30 kills. That is a very good average. Look at that max estimate. Just a level 7 though. Rest in peace, the Red Willow Ptarmigan. Yeah, man, I hope one day they decide to add him again, because it was such a cool looking rare. Also found a piebald black caiman. Nice. A different one to the one you found. Mine is almost all white. That is nice, Ama. Yeah, I think there are 3 different variations for the piebald caimans, and that one is a very cool one. Congratulations. The one for the scrub hair and... oh, yeah. Yeah, the one for the scrub hair, I think it is called light brown or light gray, something like that. That thing looks common. And of course the brown grizzly bears, those are also very common looking. They essentially just swap the fur from the females and put it on the males. And made it a rare. Bro, I got my first super rare today. Nice, Tashbashi, what did you get? That's amazing. To the people with the red ptarmigan, keep it. Unfortunately, what's even worse is that every single red willow ptarmigan that was inside a trophy lodge turned into an etheristic. So yeah, my red willow ptarmigan, for example, it ended up turning into an etheristic, and that's what makes me mad. They essentially replaced it for it, which is dumb. What are you doing, Bar? Damn, this one is aggressive. Come on, were those the only 2? Nope, definitely not. Ooh. That was surprisingly a good hit. I wanna think there are more. Melanistic Diamond Capybara. Ooh, that's sick. That's insane. Possibly one of my most wanted rares here, and you got it as a super rare. That's insane, Stashbashi. Congratulations, brother. I'm gonna hunt Taruka Train Zones for the 2nd time ever. Wish me luck. Good luck, sorry. I wish you luck. Hopefully you come across something like a level 3 or a rare. By the way, guys, have you seen the Bible Tarukas? They are very cool looking. My first super was an initial spawn in my Rancho map, Bible Whitetail. My other super are... Hold up, give me a second, the chat just moved. My other supers are Diamond Tigers from a crazy 3-lake grind. Oh yeah. Yeah, the 3-lake grind was absolutely insane. So you got plenty of supers, Ama. That is good to see. Look guys, there's a second Cayman behind that level 6, but I'm not able to spot it right here. Cool question. What are your dream trophy lodge features for the future? My dream trophy lodge features for the future. You know, I want more customization options. You know, I want to be able to customize how the walls look, for example. I want to be able to place plaques and platforms whenever I want, wherever I want. So yeah, I just want more customization options. Especially for the look of the lodge. Not only for the plaques. Like, I want to be able to place things wherever I want. Bro, you got a couple of caimans here that you didn't harvest. Level 9, Stashbashi, Tapir. That's insane. Alright, so these two males are level 6s. Not a surprise. One is down. And 2 down, not too bad. Bro. Two level 6s. I'm seeing another. I think that was a female. Look at how they landed on top of each other. Just got my 7th diamond, looking at it right now. Your 7th diamond. Ooh, what was it? Where can I find Pablo? You can find Pablo on the Sanctuary, which is this outpost right here. This one. That's where Pablo is. More cappies. Nothing remarkable, unfortunately. But our focus is to find more caimans, and this area should have more. Got a Bible Moose. Nice. Mel. Pablo is going to pay for not giving Pro a diamond caiman. It is all Pablo's fault. Like, I can't believe our first level 9 caiman was a troll, guys. It was definitely Pablo's doing. Mule deer, nice. So you got your 7th diamond mule deer of the grind. Doing great, brother. I'm trying to get my first grade one, which would be a mule deer. That would be such a cool first grade one. Honestly, I don't have one just yet, for example. Time to start another Pablo conversation. Yeah, there's always room for more Pablo bashing on these streams. I think that a trophy lodge set in Yukon Valley would be badass. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be a beautiful lodge. You know, my dream lodge would be something with the same style as Spring Creek Manor. You know, with that same style, but bigger than Saseka Safari. This one is aggressive. Bro. Did we get disconnected? We didn't. But it's not letting us claim it. Okay, finally. Hey Campechamo, welcome to the stream. I'm doing very good. Yeah, well, you know, there's actually a couple more people here that also speak Spanish. But yeah, you're one of the only ones. Nice to see you. Bro, you already have some amazing trophies, so you can get a troll Cayman. No, I'm never happy with a troll hater, honestly. I need all the diamonds. There's no room for trolls here. But we've been getting trolled recently a lot. The best trophy I have is a super Mela brown bear. Nice, that is a very cool super rare. Let me know in the comments, guys, which one is your favorite trophy ever? What is the best trophy you have ever gotten? Just short a jaguar, I could not see. Oh, it was a pseudo-melanistic. You shot a pseudo-melanistic jaguar by accident. Kian. Nice. They look great. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Alright, so we just reached the limit on the coast right here. Which means we have to focus on a different species now. We could go hunt some tarucas, vicuñas as well. Or we could simply go to a different session. You know, I also want to hunt some tapirs during their feed time. So let's go to a different session for the moment. Let's look for something that is set at the tapir feed time, which would be from 3 to 6 in the morning. Your melanistic capybara, I mean, that would also be my favorite trophy, Stash Bashi. That's amazing. My super rare Pablo, I'm so jealous. Did you actually manage to shoot Pablo, hater? Man, I wanna kill that guy. Alright, no sessions set during the tapir feed time, unfortunately. Hold up, the tapir had 4 different feed times, and some of them are during the evening, so let me take a look at the hotspot map right here. Yeah, because I believe one of them is 18 to 2100 in the evening. I could be wrong. I'm just gonna make sure right here by looking at these maps. Because of course I make the maps, but it's hard to remember all the feed times. My favorite trophy is my 269.05 basket rack whitetail. That is really high scoring for a basket rack. That's great. How would you convince a person who never played Call of the Wild to give it a try? You know, I would show him the trailer with the music, because that, yeah, the trailer for the game, especially the first one, is a really beautiful trailer. And if that convinced me to try the game, not being a fan of hunting games, whenever I discovered it, I would say it can convince anybody. Because yeah, whenever I discovered this game, I wasn't really into hunting games, and I saw the trailer and it looked very interesting, especially because of the music. Okay, so there are no servers set during the tapir feed time, but some of them are still in the morning, so we can continue hunting capybaras and caimans. What was your first ever trophy? Oh, my first ever trophy, Logan, that was back on 2018 on Xbox. It was a diamond jackrabbit. Yeah, a diamond jackrabbit before being able to see the fur on the harvest screen was a thing, you know? And it was shortly after the jackrabbits were added. But before that, you know, I already had bought a level 9 coyote, like a month before. So yeah, a level 9 coyote that was actually max score could have been my first diamond, but I botched it. So my first trophy ended up being a jackrabbit. That was the very first. I actually got early access to the new 700, and there's a bug that you can shot Pablo. Can you imagine being able to shoot Pablo with a 700? It would explode. Only the hat would remain in the ground. Bro, I'm host on a server and there's no Cayman zones. Oh, what is your name? Hold up, did I just get host of the server as well? Yeah, apparently we did. But unfortunately, I mean, yeah, the upper coast is mostly unexplored right here. Look, no zones. So yeah, for the moment, I'm gonna stay on this session, Frostbite. I think my first super was an albino springbok. At that time, I didn't even know that it was a super rare. Man, that's insane. Diamond albino springbok. I'm jealous. Nice, next shot. The day Botch XCK was born. Yeah, Mr. Warhawk, that was exactly when Botch XCK was born. But let me tell you, it disappeared for at least a couple years because I got really good. You know, at some point, I think I went like 100 diamonds without botching a single one. And then Botch XCK returned. I botched a level 9 fox way back in the day. Man, that was painful. It's still weak some. Yeah, because I remember back in the day, red foxes were possibly the hardest diamond on the entire game. You could only hunt them on Hirschfelden and they were really difficult to come across. My first ever trophy was one of the first ever animal I shot. I bought the game, tried Hirschfelden and Leighton, and decided I liked the game enough to buy the DLCs. Nice, Ama. Yeah, I would say it was the same way for me. I also tried some Hirschfelden, mainly Leighton. And yeah, you know, like to me that was enough to then go buy Medved Taiga. Because it was shortly before Medved Taiga was released on console. And I got it as soon as it came out. Because I was loving the game already. So if Botch XCK was born in this day, when Hacker XCK was born? That was probably whenever I met Hells. Hater. That's where it started. Also messed up a Diamond Coyote whenever I was a new player. Damn, Frostbite. We have the same origin story. Messing up Diamond Coyotes. And man, were they hard. Level 7. Bro. Terrible hits. Gonna let him die right there. My first super was a melanistic Canada Goose. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't even have a Mela Canada Goose. Like, not even a regular one. Super rare one is crazy. Are you going to grind for the Great One Jaguar? I've already been grinding for the Great One Jaguar Kian, but just occasionally right now. You know, right now, my focus is still to get every single diamond here on Peru. So I'm trying to get the Cayman as quickly as possible, and then we're gonna focus on the Jaguar. Because of course I wanna get a Great One and I wanna stream that grind at some point. Can you play Prehistoric Hunt? I've seen that game, and it looks fun. But if I get to play another game that isn't a like Call of the Wild or something related to the hunting space, you know, it would probably be on a second channel. Hey Glob, how are you doing, brother? Nice to see you today. I bought a side-striped jackal as a brand new player. That really sucks. Man, that is another diamond that is really hard to obtain even now. Diamond Cayman incoming, I feel it. Ooh, hopefully you are right, brother. because I'm not feeling anything. I'm just feeling more level 6s and level 5s incoming. But you may be right. You did, hater. Yeah, thank you very much. Very happy about hearing 31,000 subscribers. I'm gonna set up a moose grind in Remontuli to enjoy the map even more and get my favorite grade 1 in my second favorite map. That is a very good idea, Ama. I also wanna make a moose grind on Remontuli at some point, you know? Could be really fun. Glad to hear you are doing well, Club. You are watching your friend play Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time? Oh, that sounds fun. I love that game. I'm also doing good, just hunting some caimans here around the coast. Hold up. There was one running towards us? I think it's gonna run this way. Easy level 5. Nice neck shot. Bro is just feeling Pablo, yeah. Pablo is present all around Peru. I remember buying the Modern Weapon DLC. Hold up, give me a second. In SRP, and being mind blown by how easy it was to kill animals. Oh yeah. Yeah, I also remember when SRP came out, and it was so much easier compared to the other maps. Even getting diamonds was so much easier than it was a lot of fun. And the best part about it is that I think it was my first map release after changing to PC. So that made it even more special. Say, mama, I really miss the angler. Man, that game was a lot of fun. It was very fun to play it with friends and really fun to make guides about it. But unfortunately, things went the way they did. Have you done the new multi-mounts yet? Not yet, Wood. Not yet, I haven't done a single mission so far. Just been focusing on getting the new trophies. Just pulled my 8 diamond mule deer. Nice. Sinan. You are killing it. Bro has more aura than Pablo. Of course. Frostbite. Pablo is just a little capybara with a hat that is protected inside the sanctuary. He's not special. Where are the new multi-mounts? So as far as I'm concerned, there are 2 new multi-mounts. One of them is I think 3 capybaras on the same mount. And the other one is what was it, a caiman with a capybara? Something like that. I remember that troll Lucistic caribou I got near Christmas 2024. Troll by 1 point. That is painful. So it was actually true troll because, of course, the caribous troll super frequently, but most of them score really far from diamond. So yeah, the fact the one you got was that close actually means it was a true troll. Look guys, another max estimate caiman. And it is next to a female, I believe. Just stop right there, buddy. Bro, my aim. We just lost our breath. It is running though. That was lame. Just pretend that didn't happen, guys. But there's a second right here, not max estimate though. Yeah, the game was like, alright, here you have this one. I'm a freeze it for you so you can shoot it. Also, bro, I would love if you could do a guide on how to hunt bears in random maps. How to hunt bears on random maps. Well, it depends on the species, Ama. Because, for example, if you are talking about dogs, you know, I usually just run around their home range. And whenever I use a collar, it's just whenever I already know there's a trophy in the area. Because normally, when you spot a flock in multiplayer, you can just chase it and see where it lands. And of course, once they land, you can shoot whatever is there with a 22 variant. So I normally don't use the e-collar. Unless, you know, I miss the flock and or I spook the flock and I wanted to come back, then there is a good position to use the e-collar. This Cayman though. Shut up. Bro, let's be honest. Would you wear Pablo's hat? I probably wouldn't. Hater. Hey, user YouTube Pro. Did you miss anything? We got a troll vicuña very early into the stream. It was literally on the first lake we visited. But apart from that, you really haven't missed much. We're just holding caimans at the moment. There is a jaguar, puma, caiman, multimount. So is that the one you unlock by completing the mission that asks you to get an albino puma and what was the other? Albino jaguar? Yeah, because I saw some people talking about a third multimount. So maybe that's it. Just spotted a level 3 taruka. Nice. Hopefully it makes it. If they were to do one last update in Call of the Wild the Angler, which I know will never happen, you are very right. I would... A trophy lodge, yeah. Yeah, a trophy lodge or an aquarium. You know, imagine if the angler had something like an aquarium. So that's exactly what the name needed. What the game needed, in my opinion. Because, you know, the only thing we have to remember are trophies on that game are the screenshots. We never got any place to place our best catches, like our best diamonds. So that is something that the game was really missing. And if they happen to add something like a trophy lodge, I am pretty sure it would have revived the game. A lot of players would have returned. But they decided it wasn't worth it, they didn't do it, and now the game is dead. Just got an albino capybara. I just need a diamond caiman to pair it in the multimount. Nice, Ivan. You know, albino capybara is sick. Congratulations. Why are all the caiman level 5? If at least a level 6. That's how it goes with the caimans, hater. They're very small on average. Onside, how are you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Give me a second, guys. Rodri, how are you? Shout out from Brazil. I send you a hug, brother. Nice to see people from Brazil here. The skull mounts would be cool. Oh yeah, Onsai, you are very right. You know, skull mounts were really good. You know, the mounts with the trunks and with the rocks. So now we're missing skull mounts. I'm pretty sure we'll get them at some point because I don't think it'll be too difficult to implement them. Now let's go to the upper part of the coast. It is also unexplored. The taruka made it. Congratulations. What did it score? Yeah, Amayo. You are also from Brazil, I'm aware. A lot of Brazilians in the community. It's a beautiful country. We need a multimount of a jaguar, poncy, and a tapir. Oh, that could be cool. Jaguar with tapir. Man, I can't believe they didn't add the tapirs to a single multimount. And an ocelot attacking a quarry. That could have been cool. There are so many multimounts they could have made. But I understand it is difficult. It probably takes them a lot of time. Another level 5. Guys, the Cayman has to be by far the hardest diamond here on Peru. Like really. Not only the level 9s are very rare, but also the level 9s happen to troll very often. Black Cayman, more like dark green Cayman, so accurate. Yeah, the only common variation for the Caymans is dark green. Corey, max score crocodile yesterday. That is amazing, Brian. You have a crocodile grind going on, right? At the moment. The worst thing about the map are the multi-mounts. Yeah, that is a weak spot about the map. Because 10 new species, but barely any multi-mounts. Not great. But we really can't complain. Didn't know melanistic tapir were real until I saw your video. I didn't know melanistic tapir were real until I got mine on site. They are so cool looking. I would like to see a jaguar Cayman fight in a multi-mount. That would be cool. A jaguar fighting a Cayman. I would love to see a multi-mount with 3 quarry. You know what I would like to see? Is a multi-mount with a taruca, a vicuña, and a spectacled bear. You know, just all together. More capybaras. They are probably part of Pablo's family. The level 9 Caymans are having a dance party with Pablo. It seems to be that way. Level 6 over there. That's how it goes with the Caymans. There's a female. Let's hope it is next to a male. Hopefully I can get a super mule deer in this grind. Hopefully, brother. I wish you luck. This is just a female once again. She got stuck. Terrible moment to get stuck. I think you need to go to a sanctuary and ask Pablo for permission to find a Cayman diamond. You may be right. Yeah, we may have to go with Pablo and negotiate with him. Because he's been really interfering with our hunts so far. He's really hiding the diamonds. So yeah, we maybe have to go there and have a talk with him. So hopefully he releases some diamonds for us, especially Caymans. And if not, we can just threaten him, you know? With our weapons. Hey, Oscar Rene Pinelli, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate the support, and it means a lot to hear you say that I'm the best creator in the game. Thank you very much. That really means a lot. Is there any way to reset the animals in your sanctuaries to get rares or something? There's a way, and I believe it's just by going to the main menu, something like that, probably. Yeah, but I'm not completely sure about it. Yeah, that may be the way. More Caymans. This is a level 6. Not too bad. I have to say, the music on this map is amazing, right? Yeah, the music on this map is absolutely beautiful. It's also one of my favorite parts about it. So yeah, I really like the map overall. I really like the feel of it. And I like that it's mostly, like most of the areas around the map are fairly easy to hunt. So yeah, that's another of the things that I really like about it. Ben Franklin, nice to see you, man. It's been a while. How are you? My sanctuary reset after the missions, and I have a piebald capybara in it now. Oh, that is good to know, Evan. So you actually have to do some missions and it resets. Because supposedly the default is to have a leucistic vicuña and mela vicuña right there, if I'm not mistaken. What is your favorite map music? My favorite map track or music is the one from Hirschfelden, no doubt. Yeah, I love the music from Hirschfelden, it's very nostalgic, but also the one from the main menu. It's very, very cool. Is there any event or way to play with you? Well, I'm still thinking about it, but I plan, especially for the members of the channel. Yeah, I plan to do something similar to the guided hunts, where we like do a voice chat between all the members and then we go to a map and just hunt there. Maybe do competitions. So yeah, that would be the way, and we could do live streams. But yeah, I'm not rolling out also doing that kind of hunts with just random people from my Discord. We just have to take the time to organize that. And we'll do that during the streams, of course. Hey Gek, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Digging the new map. I'm glad you are liking the new map, and nice to see you. The Yukon is amazing. Oh yeah, and also the Mississippi music is very unique. It's the best part about the map. Just got a diamond capybara, nice. Badass. Diamond capybara, what did it score? SRP music is very nostalgic for me. SRP music. Oh yeah. Yeah, like to me, there's not really a bad song when it comes to this game, because every single map has a very unique track, and they're all good. I also really like the track from Cuatro Colinas, for example. Parque theme song is so good. Yeah, Parque Fernando is very good as well. It reminds me to how much I used to play it at some point on console. South recent music, yeah, it's also quite decent. And I will say, even though I really like the Revontuli Coast as a map, I'm not that huge of a fan of the music. I like it, but to me it's not as special as other tracks. What do you think about the Chuluchaki? What is a Chuluchaki? MBS Films. Welcome to the stream, by the way. 67.83, that was a big capybara. Rancho's music is very good as well. Yeah, that is very good. Leighton Lake music is absolutely legendary. Very nostalgic as well. The cryptid tracks in the mission, just like the highest, I think they are just part of the mission. MBS Films. Yeah, I think they are just part of the mission, and I don't think they are an indication of a cryptid actually being part of the game. Who knows though? Look at these jungle beavers trying to hide. Why? That was Pablo's sister and Pablo's brother. Hopefully that'll make him come out of the sanctuary. Can't remember the rep music. Yeah, Revontuli's music is not really that special. Hater, supposedly there's another cryptid on one of the missions, but it is just part of the missions. I don't think it is part of the game like the Haggis is. Bro, do you have an idea of how many capybara feed zones there are? I don't know, William. I wouldn't be able to tell you the exact number, but you know, it's probably a lot. No big capybaras right here. Bro, any tips for pheasants on Salzwiesen? Welcome to the stream, Matthew. So, you know, I have never grinded pheasants on Salzwiesen Park, so I wouldn't really be able to give you very good pointers on that regard. But I know it is by far the best reserve to grind them, so go look for a guide on YouTube. That is the absolute best tip I can give you for now. There are plenty. Philip Fox, nice to see you, brother. How are you? Sounds good. I might have missed one of your messages earlier. Sorry about that. But yeah, I hope you have a very good day, and thank you for joining us. These capybaras are not really hiding. Look, they think we cannot see them. But they are way too close to the surface. That was so dumb. I'm searching for Pablo now. He ran out of the sanctuary to escape a jaguar. Damn, it is your chance. It is your chance to kill him. Found 6 so far. 6, 7 to 10 feed times. Not too bad, William. You know, there are probably more though. Probably at least double that. The jaguar ran to escape Pablo. I don't think Pablo is that dangerous. Unless he has a pistol with him. And I would say he would get eaten very, very quickly if he actually went out of the sanctuary. Alright, so we just finished exploring this part of the coast. And now we can go to a different location. We're actually hosts of this server, but I think we're gonna go to a different one now. Do you think the multi-class weapon pack is worth it? The multi-class weapon pack. It is the one where the Frost 257 is included, right? Yeah, if here's the one where the Frost 257 is, I would say it's worth it because, you know, it's a very good rifle. Is it not gonna let us leave this screen? Yeah, it's not letting me click OK. So we'll have to restart the game right here, unfortunately. Yeah, let's look for a different server, guys. Where did I grind my pheasant? That is the thing, Matthew. I don't have a grade on pheasant. I was doing my grind on Hirschfelden, but I never concluded it. Let's see. My boyfriend found a glitch in multiplayer and he shot Pablo. Are you kidding me? Rachel? Are you kidding? I need to know about that glitch because, man, Pablo has been doing some stuff to our spawns. So he has to pay. He has to pay. And I'll make sure to use something like the 470. Yeah, they resurface like the beavers whenever you kill one, William. They are very, very similar to the beavers. Alright, let's go to a different station. Let's try this one. 7 in the morning. My server is open. Okay, Frostbite, what is your nickname? Because I'm interested in joining your server, if it is fresh. What no one knows is that Pablo's hat is made of jaguar skin. Damn, you know, I wanna think he actually stole it from humans, because I highly doubt he made it. Capybara is just a beaver without a tail. They are exactly the same, right, Hater? Yeah, they are very similar to the beavers in many aspects. Did you see Messi 2 goals? Oh yeah. Yeah, I did see Messi 2 goals, Sergio. That was a very good match, and he's just the GOAT. He's just the GOAT. Hey Ronaldo, welcome to the stream. Glad to hear you like the content. Thank you for joining us. Pablo is the one who knocks everyone's tents down. The beavers are innocent. Are you telling me we've been blaming the wrong beavers all this time? That would make me feel terrible because, man, I have punished the beavers so much because of all the tent stuff. So, yeah, that would make me feel bad. Pablo's the new sheriff in town. Well, then, let's tell him to get out of the sanctuary, you know? Why is he staying inside the sanctuary? You know, he should go out to start controlling the territories, but he doesn't do it. He's just scared. Pablo didn't die though. We were in the sanctuary on my map, and for some reason all the sanctuary animals ran out of it. All the sanctuary animals ran out of the sanctuary. That's interesting, including Pablo. That was insane. You know, if you have the harbor screen of you claiming Pablo, man, that would be sick. Because I haven't seen anyone being able to shoot it. But apparently you weren't able to kill it. Alright guys, no session. We haven't been able to connect to any of those 2 sessions. So, let me see. Frostbite had one open. Frostbite. I'm not seeing Frostbite session. Yeah, Frostbite isn't here. So, I don't see you. You know, we're just gonna go to another one. Let's say... Let's say this one in the morning. I mean, there are a few, but not a lot during the morning. Mr. Milk, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just had a level 4 capybara with an estimate of 65 to 69 and it trolled. Yeah, it cannot be a troll since it is a level 4. Has to be level 5, but man. You know, that was a huge level 4 steal. Sun, how are you doing? Nice to see you. No one is in my server. I couldn't see your server, Frostbite. For some reason. Did you open it for the public? What in the world is this? Oh my god, guys, look, we just came across 6 legendary caimans. They're all together. Oh, there's a super right there. How lucky. Pablo is finally being generous. Oh my god. Yeah, this server is modded. Look at all the legendaries. That's where all the legendaries were hiding. That is the legendary party someone was talking about earlier. No way, guys. We got lucky. Look at all the tents. This is the paradise. This is the paradise right here. Yeah, let's get our hopes up. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna try to find Frostbite server once again. Because I'm not seeing it. Can you count the tens, bro? Oh, imagine that pain. Let's see, let's go to another session. We can go to this one, right here. Guys, you can feel lucky after witnessing what you just witnessed. Like, you just witnessed an incredible amount of luck by spotting 7 legendary caimans in the same spot. Like, that only happens once every 1,000 years, and you happen to witness it. So make sure to like the stream. Make sure to like the stream, because this is not gonna happen again. What is even the fun of playing like that, right, Ama? Yeah, some people just like to ruin the fun out of this game by modding it. And it's not letting us join this server neither, that's unfortunate. Anything cool yet? We got a troll vicuña earlier, Mr. Milk, but apart from that we really haven't been able to find anything cool. Which is unfortunate. I think we're gonna go to single player, guys, because yeah, it's been hard to find good servers. So we're gonna go to single player, and we could try to go for, you know, tapirs? Maybe? Yeah, we could go look for some tapirs, maybe spectacle bears. Yeah, we could go on actually something cool. Or maybe mountain quarries. Yeah, what about going for mountain quarries? Yeah, we could go for some quarries, maybe. Or some tarukas. Let's see. There's a concerning lack of sessions. Maybe this one. Look, I want to try on this one just to try one last time. Can you only imagine the lag if you open that Mure servers map on console? You know, I can imagine it, because whenever I used to play on console, my game used to run at like 20 FPS at all times, and even drop to like 5 in some instances around some lakes. Grind time, maybe Stash Bashi. You know, maybe the fact we haven't been able to connect to many servers at the moment is an indication that the game is telling us we have to grind. Finding a Mure server on console is rare, to be honest. I can imagine. Although I know they are a thing, especially on Xbox. For example, I don't know if you have seen it, but on my Discord server, if you go to the pinned messages, there's an image of a Mure server on console which had blacktail on silverish peaks. Quite literally. I got 2 melanistic vicuñas yesterday. Nice, Matthew. 2 melanistic vicuñas. I'm jealous. Hold up. We have a caiman right here. Just a female. Nice neck shot. And there's another river puppy running towards us, which just died. Come on, don't tell me we're having connection issues. We're actually having connection issues with the server. So I guess that is our sign. We have to go to single player, guys. Finally, another map with blacktail. Yeah, because they could add blacktail to silverish peaks, also to Yukon Valley, if I'm not mistaken. I have 6 diamond vicuñas. Not too bad. Not too bad. What rifle is it? It is the Malmer 7mm. This rifle, very very good for caimans. Is it possible to find a server more on Xbox? Yeah, Elfreaky. Yeah, it's very rare, but you can definitely find modded servers on Xbox. It's just way rarer than on PC. Doing the mission for the Mela Puma, ew. Yeah, is it not fun? Mr. Milk? Shoot caimans while you grind jaguars, you'll get it diamonds sooner than on multiplayer. You are probably right, to be honest, Sergio. Yeah, you are probably right about that. So we could actually go and do that, like, right away. Why not? Yeah, let's go and run our coast, while also trying to shoot some pumas. Some jaguars, I mean. Yeah, we'll be grinding caimans and jaguars simultaneously. Because we still need that diamond caiman. And that'll be our focus. So we're gonna set the time to 2200 at night. And yeah, we'll be killing some jaguars. But our focus will be the caimans. Right there. Just gonna equip the night vision binos. And it is time to hone our single player map. Look, I'm gonna show you my jaguar setup up here. This is the spawn trap. It essentially covers all this area all the way down here, including this part of the river. And of course, this is also a very good spot to find caimans. So let's run the coast. I'm pretty sure my Bible caiman was a respawn too. You've been getting very lucky with those caimans. I'm very jealous of your Bible caiman because that is a variation I really want. The one that is mostly light. Look, max estimate level 7. Okay, so I think they are feeding at the moment. Yeah, I think they are feeding, which means most of them will be in the water. But I placed some feeders, which supposedly should attract the caimans. They aren't attracting the caimans though. Time for mods. Sounds good, Mr. Milk. It was nice to see you. I found a leucistic tapir while hunting caimans in the coast. That's so lucky, on site. What color are the leucistic tapirs, by the way? Are they easily distinguishable? What grade one do you prefer? Because after the mule deer grind, I'm thinking on boar or wolf. What do you think? I think you should focus on the wolves after the mule deer grind, because that is also a very simple grind, honestly. We're actually gonna set the time to morning, guys, because I want the caimans to be resting near the shore. Feeders attract only one caiman at a time. That's unfortunate, but very good to know. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, we're gonna set the time to morning, just to make sure the caimans are near the shore. And we're gonna grind them. Hey, hater. I have like 13 diamonds on this map and only 3 rares. That seems to be a very normal rate, honestly, because I have a similar amount. You know, I may have like 15 diamonds and 5 rares, something like that. Not a fan of the grade 1 boar. Neither I. I definitely prefer the wolves. Any new color? I don't think there's a single new color, hater. But you can still use the electronic color for multiple species if I'm not mistaken. level 3 Cayman right there. We are gonna leave it, you know, just to do some light hair management. More capybaras. That is a new zone. Okay, is there anything big? Nothing. You have like 8 rares on this map. Maybe you're right, Sergio. Yeah, I have a bunch. You know, I have Mainline Albino Tapir, that is 2. Also Bible Taruka. That's 3. Albino. Yeah, you're actually right. I'm probably missing like half of them by saying I have 5. I really like the color variations on the board, but primarily I was thinking to do the wolf because the rare fur types are super cool. Yeah, the rare fur types on the wolves are really nice. My favorite one is the Mela. It's very unfortunate that every new map, Expansive Walls is just forgetting about the colors. Yeah, like the regular colors are way less important now that we have the electronic color. I would say that's the reason. Because once you have the electronic color, you really have no reason to use the others. But still, you know, that's forcing us to buy the DLC. You got a Mela Wolf on Quattro? Nice. You know, the Iberian Wolf is another species that I really hope will get a remaster at some point. I still find the normal color very good, especially in certain tight spots. Yeah, like in some places, it's not possible to place the electronic color. That's totally right. So yeah, like in those cases, it's better to use the normal colors. It's just the fact that they take so much space inside the inventory that doesn't truly make them worth it, in my opinion, anymore. What time did you set it to? I set it to 8 in the morning. Because if I try to set the time during the Jaguar feed or drink time, they would have been feeding in the water, the caimans. So yeah, I had to set the time to the time where they are resting. And right here we have a female, okay. There's just a lack of males. Let's be honest, every species on Quattro needs a rework. I completely agree, hater. Yeah, the Ibex really need a rework. You know, the Mouflon could also use a rework, that's for sure. The wolves, you know, the hares, everything. Now, where's this other Cayman? It is right here. It's a level 6. We just need to kill it. This is a Cayman grind right now. So this guy has to die. It got stuck, okay. 257 is the best gun in the game. No more comments. It's a really good rifle. Yeah, best class 226 rifle in the game, in my opinion. And I like the fact that, for example, you can shoot a raccoon dog in the bot and kill it instantly. Maybe you have a lot of males concentrated on the river. Maybe you are right, Sergio. Yeah, I think I have plenty of Cayman zones around here. And some rest zones. Blacktail needs a rework desperately. Yeah, the blacktail, the Roosevelt elk. There are many deer species that could really use some love. How many diamonds don't you have? The only 2 diamonds I'm missing on the entire game are the diamond woodland caribou and the diamond black caiman. Level 6. Nice neck shot. So yeah, I'm only missing 2 diamonds so far. Which DLC would you prefer a new lodge? Which DLC would you prefer? A new lodge, map, weapons, or multi-mount? You know, at this point, it really depends on the kind of map we get, because most of the times I would choose a new map. But if the new map is something that only includes like 5 new species, then I'll take a new lodge. Because we really need a new lodge right now. But at the same time, like, if you are giving me to choose between a new lodge and Africa 2.0, then I'll choose Africa. What about the Diamond Pablo? Diamond Pablo doesn't exist, because I'm sure Pablo is just a silver. Can you show your perks and skills? Yes. So these are my skills right here. You can take a look at them. I don't have Disturb Vegetation. That may be surprising for you. Right? And as for the Ambusher ones, strong focus on spotting knowledge, side spotting. And as for the perks, here you can see them. On the rifles I have one on sprint and load. That is the only one. No, that was handguns. On rifles I have muscle memory, of course the zeroing, steady hands, breath control, focus shot. On shotguns, both eyes open, body control, fast shouldering. And on archery, these are the ones I have. $44.19 diamond. Do you think Pablo would score that high? That wouldn't even be diamond. But I assume you got a Jaguar, Stash Bashi. Yeah, 44.19 should be diamond Jaguar. How many do you have left to kill with a bow? Oh, a bunch. Yeah, a bunch, man. Because I stopped doing the recurve challenge a while ago. And I was missing, I think, both army guns on Remontoli Coast. Because I already have the Black Grouse, the Copper Kelly, and the Hazel Grouse. So I am missing both army guns there. And also the Raccoon Dog, I believe. And most of the new species after that. Okay, let's check this part of the map down here. Pablo isn't even bronze, I bet. Yeah, I bet he's tiny, Darius. I bet he's really small. A non-metal. Yeah, I would say that's accurate, Hater. He's probably the tiniest capybara on the entire reserve, because he barely eats. Since he's domestic, you know, he doesn't get the quality food than the wild ones do. Like he eats Fruit Loops all day. Level 5 Cayman. Hey Dominic, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, another Cayman. What is this? He's aggressive, level 6, of course. Nice neck shot. Yeah, you know, that doing the challenge was a lot of fun, man. And honestly, like whenever I find a level 9 Cayman, I think I'm gonna try to drop it using the bow. So we get a species of the list. Pablo eats dirt. Possibly. Hater. I don't think he is. He eats well. I don't think he eats quality food. You got your graduation, Dominic. That is nice to hear. Congratulations. Nice to hear you are doing good. I'm also doing good. Just having fun here hunting some caimans. Phoenix Kingman, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Look, female caiman over here. I assume it is common, it is. And that was a neck shot. He's a level 2 for me. I would be surprised if Pablo is higher than a level 2. Honestly. Level 6 caiman, right, hater? You never see those. Will you make an updated hunting every diamond in the game period at some point in the future? Yes, Mr. Warhawk. You know, whenever I get the diamond woodland caribou, which we're probably gonna hunt for soon, I'll try to make that video. Should be fairly easy. No trophies today, Dominic. We got a troll vicuña earlier, though. Some capybaras, max estimate right there, 65 top estimate. Look, we're gonna try to drop that one because it could be huge. Hells likes Pablo? Yeah, I think she does like Pablo. She's a Pablo supporter. My Pablo is level 3. Your Pablo is on steroids. Apparently. Woodland caribous are a pain. Yeah, you know, I have barely hunted them, but you know, their home range is so small that their population is also very small, so it makes it hard for you to be able to find plenty of them. Plus they troll a lot. Not a good combo. This level 4 is alert, a 10 if I mean. Let's go for a shot. Nice brain shot maybe. And it was a brain shot. Good, good, good. Watched the video so many times. Oh yeah, the last one, Mr. Warhawk. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people enjoy that kind of videos. That kind of montages. 64.59, that is a really big capybara. The skull in brain. Can't complain. I have got one too, a couple hours ago. So I guess today is not the day for them to make it. Damn, what was it? A troll what? Woodland caribou? And they drink at night. That's right, Sergio. Makes it harder. Gonna watch ProXK videos while I'm sleeping. Did it last night and got a better sleep. Yeah, some people say I have a soothing voice. Female tapir over there. Let's see if it is big. I wonder if using feeders for the woodland caribou would make things easier, Ama. That could be a good idea. Let us know how it goes. If you try it. Can mythical tapir make diamond? Maybe? Evan? Maybe? I haven't seen one posted, but you know, could be. It wouldn't be the first time a species that goes up to level 9 is able to make a level 8 as well. Troll vicuña, I see, Dominic. They seem to troll fairly frequently. Luckily they are common level 5s. Just a lonely female caiman over there. Sounds good, K-Flow. I hope you have a very good night. It was nice to see you. That was brutal. Brain shot. I remember when I was on vacation, I decided to watch all pros videos. It was very fun. I appreciate that, hater. Damn, all pros videos. That's a lot. Level 5. We wanna kill that one. Nice next shot. We're gonna get some respawns along this part of the coast. It is like SMR, ASMR. Also, one of my favorite things about this map is the vocalization of the vicuñas, right? Yeah, their mating calls especially are very, very nice. You know what's nice is the difference between their mating calls and warning calls, because their warning calls are like super high pitched, but their mating calls are like really, really deep. Bro, the sleep coach, that's crazy. There is an ocelot. But unfortunately there's a concerning lack of caimans. Well, there's a level 5 over there. Do we have a 10? We have a 10 right next to it, so that is good. The spectacle birds have some weird calls too, right, Mr. Rahok? Yeah, the spectacle birds are weird. Oh, look at all the capybaras. 68 top estimate on that one. That was a huge one. The one that we wanted to kill is this one though, this caiman. Also, the low bass-like sound of the caimans is so cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, because a lot of crocodiles and crocodilians in real life made that sound, so that is a very cool detail. We need to kill that one. Don't go away. Don't go away. I think it was a barrel, maybe? There's a female over there as well. Was this not a good hit? Come on. Glad you hear you think so, Sergio. You know, I've been working on it, and I would say it's been improving a lot, especially over the course of the last couple years. Because man, if you watch my older videos, like you'll notice the difference, like huge difference with how my English was. It's so nostalgic seeing pro OG videos for some reason. Since I discovered ProXK, my life got more fun. It means a lot to hear you say that, hater. It's very, very humbling to hear. Thank you very much for the support, brother. It means a lot. Always happy to read your comments. Pro in his older videos is hilarious. Oh yeah, hilarious in a good way, King Crab. Do you know how long it takes for jaguar to respawn? I mean, it should be just as any other animal, fairly quickly, like 5 minutes or so, maybe even instantly sometimes. Look, this is a female caiman. Not too bad. 10 fable moves, I love the moment. Oh, I remember that. I really remember getting my first grade 1 boss. That epic. It's like another person. I can imagine, Sergio. Yeah, because it wasn't only my fluency, it was also my voice. Before the condition as well. But yeah, I was very serious about it. And especially after starting to stream, yeah, I guess I show more of my personality. And also like feeling more comfortable speaking on English live. That also helped with the videos. I discovered your videos and channel through the angler. Your diamond guides always help me. Came for the angler, stayed for the hunter. That is amazing, Amma. Yeah, and you've been part of the channel for a very long time. Your support is really, really appreciated. Always happy to see you around. Look at this max estimate. I really wish I was, I was still able to make the angler guides. I know I could still make the angler guides, but there's no point anymore. But yeah, I miss that game. And it was a nice community as well. A lot of helpful people. Great one goose. It could be interesting to get a great one goose, eh? How has your voice been with these regular streams? So far it's been very good, Mr. Rahok, honestly. Yeah, I haven't really noticed any tiredness on it. So it's been very good. It's holding very, very, very well. You have a unique charisma. Nice to hear you think that, Sergio. That means a lot, you know? It's crazy that we have the same name, you know? I think you are the only Sergio I've seen on this community, apart from me. Oh yeah, Aikai, you also discovered me through the angler? That's crazy. I wonder how many people discovered me through the angler and then stayed for the hunter. Probably quite a number. Like, I wonder how many people started watching me because of the angler and then started playing the hunter because of my content. That's what I'm wondering. Oh, King Crab, what do you share? What video is that? Trip very easy, Cayman. What a beast. I was able to get my only diamond in the angler with your guide. Oh yeah, hater. What species was it? Pro is just pro, right? Yeah, I'm just pro. You gotta click on it, bro. You know, I fear that if I click on it, something bad will happen to my stream. So yeah, you'll have to tell me what it is. Look at the capybaras. You should show it to the whole stream. Oh, that could be interesting. Guys, can you imagine like a stream reacting to all their videos? That could be fun one. Sounds good, El Freaky. I hope you have a safe ride back home. We're gonna leave the level 3 alone. But there was also a level 5 next to it, I'm pretty sure. Maybe? Where is it? The level 3 is aggressive. And of course the level 5 went inside the water, brother. Also, you inspired me to join multiplayer maps for rares. and when I tried, I got poor albino and piebald moose deer in a multiplayer medbed. That's amazing, Ama. You know, it makes me happy to hear I inspired you to do that, and that it turned into a couple very cool rares. Do you know who inspired me to start playing multiplayer, guys? I'm not sure if I've ever talked about this, but one of the first content creators I started watching about the game, whenever I started playing, it was a guy called ProHunter 2014. And he also used to upload, you know, montages about diamonds, about rares he used to find on multiplayer. And one day he made a video about his strategy, and it was literally server hopping, as we know it nowadays. But this was back on 2018. So that's how I started doing server hopping, because I wanted diamonds and rares, and that guy was getting plenty on multiplayer. So that's what I started doing, and well, it resulted in several diamonds and rares for me. Yeah, Mr. Rahog, I'm open to do a stream like that in the future. Just watching all their content. Sounds like a serial killer. I don't wanna click in the videos, guys. I don't wanna hear my voice. I cringe whenever I watch all their videos, you know? I cringe really, really bad. It's the Bobcat with the recurve video. Oh, that's an old one. That's a very old video. It was on Rancho. Hold up, this is a female right here. I clicked. You regret it, Brian? Yeah, don't click the link, guys. Save your ears. Save your ears. Believe me. No, I cringe really, really bad whenever I hear my older videos. But I decided to leave them because I was thinking on literally getting rid of them to save some people from hearing that. But yeah, like if you are cringing, imagine how much I cringe myself. Yeah, if you wanna watch all their videos, I don't know, watch the montages, the ones that don't have my voice, the ones that are only music. Those are the cool ones. But yeah, as I would say, you know, the way I started, you know, with how shitty my voice was, like that is the proof that anyone can start a Call of Duty channel and grow. Because I managed to grow sounding like that. Like I was growing whenever I was sounding like that, you know? So anyone can do it. Come on, we need a battle on this guy. No, don't go away. Yeah, get stuck. Come on. Like 5 shots on that guy. Bro deleting all his old videos to stop king crap. Oh, I'm tempted. But yeah, they are too special to be deleted. This is a female caiman right here. Female caiman. There should be another male. Now it is. Yeah, now it is harder to grow in Call of the Wild. That's for sure, hater. Yeah, it used to be easier, but now there's more competition, so that makes it harder. Are you a full-time YouTuber? Not really. Fable, Fang. You know, I have other activities, but yeah, I've been putting a lot of emphasis on YouTube recently because I want to grow the channel. And yeah, hopefully at some point being able to become a full-time YouTuber. But yeah, that'll require more growth. And we just need growth. You know, the memberships help a lot. Like getting views on the videos helps a lot. So just gotta continue being consistent. Right, Evan? Yeah, I'm also very, very happy that the developers didn't decide to make the caimans spook the tapirs and the capybaras. You should speak Spanish for like 2 minutes. Okay, tell me something to say in Spanish, and I'll say it. Thank you, Mr. Warhawk. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get to that point. So yeah, it'll only be possible with your support. It means a lot. Here's another one. Which video is that, King Crab? I remember the video when Pro got the drop time Grade 1 Whitetail, and he shot it with the Striker shotgun, and someone commented thinking it was the King 470. Man, that shotgun looks very similar to the 470, so I don't blame him. Warhawks are the best animals in the world. Look, I'ma say it in Spanish. Los facóqueros son el mejor animal del mundo. That's how you say it. The way you say warhawk in Spanish is facóquero. So we just ran the entire coast. We killed some caimans, but nothing truly special, guys. That's unfortunate. And this is on single player. I don't think we tried down here though, so let's go. Pablo es el mejor capibara. Look, I said it. Pablo es el peor capibara, that's the truth. He's the worst capibara. Very similar to Portuguese, yeah. Yeah, hater, Spanish is quite similar to Portuguese. Okay, there's a male over here. Could be a good idea to try for whitetail on Peru, Thomas. You know, I wouldn't say Peru is better than Revontuli for whitetail, but it seems to be decent still. 2 caimans, can't complain. Got a lot of trophies of Intisuyu today. Got a diamond puma, piebald tapir, troll tapir, piebald caiman, 3 level 3 cinnamon tails, and a huge level 8 pseudo-melanistic jaguar. That is a nice haul for the day. The great huntress. Nice to see you, by the way. Very jealous of that piebald tapir especially. Pablo, he was about to give you diamond, but not anymore. Yeah, I could say some really bad things to Pablo in Spanish, but I don't wanna get cancelled or anything, you know? More capybaras. Yeah, at the start I said I'm doing herd management, but these caimans are so rare. I'm just gonna shoot them all, honestly. That is a nice capybara right there. Let's shoot it, why not? On the head. If she gives us a chance. Maybe. She did, and she's down. She's floating so slowly. So what do you think, guys? What is your plan for today? Do you plan to play the game? Has any of you been watching the World Cup as well? I'm curious to see the kind of videos King Crab was sharing right there. This capybara is floating, very slowly though. I think the worst thing you can say to Pablo is that he looks bad with his hat. Pablo looks lame with his hat on. He looks terrible. Bro, create a Discord channel just for the old videos. Oh, that could be cool. Grinding Jaguars right now. 14 kills in, got a diamond already. Damn, you got one very, very quickly. This capybara is a 62.79. Nice female. Alright, there's a Cayman over here. Welcome back, Frostbite. You didn't really miss anything. We've been shooting some Caymans on single player this time. Hoping to spawn a level 9 at some point. But no trophies. We'll have to buy more ammo for the 7mm. What is this? I see, level 6? Not a surprise. They are always level 6. Here's the best one because it went away from the chat. What beer is that? Just shot my first ever melanistic animal. It was a taruka. Not too bad. User YouTube Pro. Melanistic taruka, that's sick. Was it a male or female? Let's see, guys. So, you know, it's been a really fun stream. Really fun stream shooting Caymans. But man, they don't cooperate. You know, it's difficult. Like, you barely spot any Caymans, and most of them are level 5s and level 6. But yeah, you know, I think it's been a very fun stream, and I think we're gonna call it here. It was really, really fun to interact with you guys. That is the important thing. We could only find one troll today, but what matters is that I got to see you once again. And it was a blast as always. Currently 45 kills into the Jaguar grind, no diamonds yet, and struggling to get a few females to swap out. Oh, well, you seem to be doing good still. 45 kills already? Not too bad. I have 2 melanistic tarukas. Nice. You know, Frostbite, that's not too bad at all. No watch along. Boycott the stream. Okay. Okay, guys. Look, we're gonna watch a video. Before we conclude the stream, we're actually gonna watch a video. So hold up. We're gonna watch one of our older videos for the first time during one of these streams. So, let's see. First, I'm gonna check what King Crab sent right here. You know, I can expect it to be really cringy. Oh my god, it's a road deer grind from 5 years ago. Damn, this is gonna be fun. Road deer grind from the Alright, let's try to watch it. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I just gonna set up the stream on OBS so it shows the video. Just gonna take a bit. Just give me a second, guys. Need to set up the scene right here, so it shows YouTube. Right there you can see an ad. That is the start of an ad. And just gonna make sure it also shows the audio. So just give me a second. Because this is the first time I set up like my OBS to show like my browser. Should be easy. Let's see. Okay, maybe this will work. Is it working? Still not working. Yeah, because the trouble I'm having at the moment is to be able to display the sound. Because it's not really picking up the sound from the browser. Okay, this may work now, actually. Alright, so let's take a look at this video first of all. One of the ones King Crab said. This video is 5 years old, right? It's a montage. So I just want to see how different it is to my current content, because, man, I expect it to be very, very different. Look, I'm gonna share, hide the overlays right here. And right here, we have this video, guys, which, as I said, is a montage from 5 years ago. Then my game was in Spanish. You can see the mountain goat is called Cabra de las Rocosas. So yeah, this was a montage of me shooting every single diamond on Silverish Peaks, which was 9 diamonds in total. The music was cool, I would say. You know, the quality of the video is lower than what I use right now because my PC was not as good. Yeah, we're also gonna play the other one, King Crab. We're also gonna play the other one, don't worry. But yeah, this is one of the ones you sent. This one is only a couple minutes, though. Very questionable recoil control. So yeah, this is just a montage of me like shooting diamonds on Silverish Peaks. Hold up, guys, I will show the video with voice in a bit. But we just gotta get people used to seeing this. Alright, share me a link of the video you want me to share. Right there, that one. Look at that mountain lion though. You know what's funny about the mountain lions? Is that they are, like on Spanish, they are called pumas as well. Just as the pumas. So they're the exact same species. Very hyped for the voice one. Darius. Oh, I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous. I know I'm gonna cringe really bad. Seeing everything in Spanish feels so strange. I can imagine, Mr. Rahot. But yeah, you know, I'm excited to see the video with my boys, because of course I've watched them. But the last time I tried to click on one of those older videos that actually has my voice, I literally closed it in 2 minutes. No, in less, because I couldn't bear it. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching.
Hello, everyone.
And that's a Hell's Sky, so we're gonna go to the other link.
Welcome back to our video. We are here
Oh
watching
my
a
god.
I'm on a multiplayer server. I just spotted this Cloud 9 Bobcat. Could be my second diamond Bobcat in 3 days.
No.
I'ma take the shot from here. 187 meters.
Oh my god.
Just forgot where I put the M1. Here we go. That somehow missed.
Guys, that is just lame. That is just lame. Like, that is the worst Call of the Wild video I've ever watched. Did you see that shot? Like, we busted.
That somehow missed. And now he's down. I tried to aim a little bit higher, but I don't know what happened. They are kind of bugged. I have attempted a lot of 300 meter shots on Bobcats, but some of them don't seem to hit for any reason.
This is just hilarious.
That was supposed to be fleeing, but he's just stuck there.
This is just hilarious, guys.
This is a thing that needs to be fixed in the next update. Nothing.
So yeah, guys, if you wanna watch the video, go ahead, click the link, because I'm deleting it in about 5 minutes. I cannot bear my voice. But it's funny, you know. It's funny to see how much I have improved, especially when it comes to my fluency in English. But damn, I even sounded really different. Someone just said that I sound really old. It's kind of true, you know. I sound Russian. Like I sound Russian, you know, for some reason.
Game breaking, but it's still annoying.
Truck Spotter, you know, we're currently just watching some older videos of my channel. Like this video we're watching is 5-year-old. Yeah, it's a 5-year-old video. So we're just comparing like how my videos were compared to how they are now, and man, the difference is insane. But to answer your question, I've been grinding some Jaguars, just not during the streams at the moment. Yeah. How old were you? I mean, if this was 5 years ago, I was probably like 20, 21, Sergio, because I'm currently 26. Yeah, I'm not gonna delete it. You sound like a cartel owner. That's crazy, Stashbashi. That's crazy. Yeah, like, the difference is insane. I wanna see when I claim the Bobcat. Look, guys, just listen. Listen to this masterpiece.
Let's pick this guy up. And he's a diamond. Barely a diamond, but still pretty nice.
It's a diamond, barely a diamond, but still pretty nice. That's how I sounded. He has some more trophies right here. What is this? This was like... Yeah, I remember this video. It was just a little hunt on Rancho with like 3 different kills. 6 minute long. Oh my god, let's just keep watching.
Right. Here we got another level 3 whitetail respawn. It has the small rock, so I'm not sure if he's gonna make diamond. I'm on this lake right here. So I wanna take this guy down with the crossbow. I don't think I have any diamond with it. So this is a good opportunity.
Oh my god.
I already made a couple calls before, so they are coming.
That sounds
It's
horrible.
almost a range.
What was I thinking?
I need him at around 50 meters or below.
I sounded Indian. Like, actually.
I'm just probably gonna roll a little bit towards him to make this faster.
You sound like Vladimir. That's hilarious, Sergio.
We are at 56.
I sounded like Sergey, Russian. Making this my alarm sound.
I'm gonna take the shot.
Hey Gustav, welcome to the stream. You know, we're about to finish the stream, but we're just watching some older videos on my channel. I'm just cringing right here because, yeah, just the way I sounded is hilarious. People wanted to watch me some of these videos and react to them. You know, my ears are bleeding at the moment, genuinely. But it is what you wanted, guys. When the legend was born. That's crazy. Hey Alfreaky, thank you very much for the gift memberships. RWA, make sure to thank Alfreaky for the gift membership. Means a lot, brother. Thank you for the support.
And he's down. Let's see if this is our first diamond with the crossbow. Let's see. And he's a gold. Really high weight for a gold. But with the new scoring for the whitetail, this is rather common. I'm here on my map again. And I know there's a
I like the
level 5
music.
peccary on this string zone. I spotted him like 10 minutes ago, but the wind was really bad to take him with the recurve. So I came back to the tent, and now I'm gonna try to arrive from this side of the lake. I'm gonna come down here and start calling from around this position.
Oh my god.
I'm already where I wanted to be. We started calling. Let's see if they show up. They're coming right there.
You know what's crazy, guys? Like something that you probably won't believe. But the microphone I was using back then is literally the exact same microphone I still use. You know, it's just that currently, you know, I already changed a lot of settings and I optimized it for it to actually sound good. But it is actually the same microphone. This microphone I'm using is 5 years old. And yeah, it sounded like a cheap $5 microphone from Walmart, whatever. Yeah, I was barely crafting the sentences. I mean, it still happens. But then that was just a different level of lack of fluency.
Waiting for the 5.
Me too, sir. I'm
There
also gonna
he
have
is.
nightmares with this guy, with this Russian
50
guy.
meters. Just need him to get a little bit closer. I think that's good.
He went to a local gas station to wear a microphone. Oh, that's so accurate, King Crab.
I think he's getting even closer. On that position could be perfect. Let's see.
Man, this Russian guy is taking a while to shoot his peccary. Like, what is he waiting for? Like, just hurry up, brother.
So now he's at 25 meters. Just waiting until he gets broadside. That's him right there. Perfect 20 meters. And he's down. Let's see if we have a diamond. This guy seems to throw a lot.
Look at that.
Another book. See, we have a diamond.
Another book. Oh my god. That was the real noob XCK in the Darius. That was actually the real noob XCK. And I mean that's how it started. With that kind of videos. Like, could you hear the excitement on my voice, guys, whenever I was dropping those diamonds? He's down. We dropped it. I was so excited. And you know what's funny? Most of these, like, I'm pretty sure at that point, most of these clips didn't even have live commentary. You know, I am pretty sure I was recording voiceovers. Because my fluency was so bad that if I tried to record live commentary, it was just a storage mess. So the only way I would actually manage to you know, make the sentences make sense was by having time to think about it while recording voiceovers. So yeah, this wasn't even live commentary, I'm pretty sure, which is funny. What AI does, yeah, it sounded so AI during some parts. I remember that I used to get comments about like my voice being AI at some point, and it's because it was so robotic. Like it wasn't even back then. Like, let's say 3 years ago, yeah, my voice was very robotic. So, you know, even though I cringe every time I watch this kind of content, I also feel happy about how much I've improved. Because yeah, this was 5 years ago, and well, now I still lack a lot of fluency, but it's way better, I would say. So that's good, guys. I hope to keep improving, and you know, the fact that I'm already able to stream so consistently, and you know, still people can understand me. I understand some people have trouble still, but I would say most of you have no trouble at this point, so that's good. That's what matters. Oh yeah, you think so, King Crab? It means a lot to hear you say that. So yeah, guys, it's been a really fun stream today. I really hope you enjoyed it. You know, a different way to end it by watching some old videos. You know, we may do something similar to this in some of the future streams. Maybe reacting to other people's content at some point about Call of the Wild, maybe. Could be interesting. But we'll see. Yeah, Stashbashi, you know, I would like to crunch hours for the remaining of the stream, but yeah, I have some things I have to do. So yeah, I have to call it for now. But yeah, it was a fun one. I really hope you'll have a very good evening,